Hey, good evening, everybody. David Paul here in the KHOU 11 Weather Center. Wanted to jump in here and just give you an update on the storms, the weather that is moving into and across our northern counties. We do have in orange a tornado watch in effect till midnight. However, the thunderstorm that was being warned for tornadic circulation back near Killeen has weakened significantly as it's raced into our northern counties. There's Bryan College Station just grazing through Bryan right now. It's moved through Franklin. But no longer showing that rotation. There is no tornado warning for this thunderstorm. There are a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings for it. So let me give you the update on exactly where we stand with the weather and where it's headed. The yellow box is severe thunderstorm warning. That in effect until 8:30, and that does include the northern portions of Grimes County, Walker County, includes Madison County and Madisonville. You're going to get some pretty gusty wind and rain in there over the next hour. But it doesn't look too terribly bad, does not look tornadic. I think that's the best news right now. You can see the line of storms moving in. There's Madisonville, there's Beat Eyes, just about to get in on some wind and rain here. There's Huntsville, there's Trinity, there's Lovelady. The line itself, the southern edge of it might be bowing a little bit, so we may have some gusty thunderstorm winds in here, Beat Eyes to Madisonville, that could gust above 57, 58 miles an hour as that moves through. Wind speed estimated by radar above the surface at 70 miles an hour. So again, it could be possible we're going to get some at least moderately damaging straight line winds, Beat Eyes to Madisonville here in the next few minutes. But as we look inside the storm at the circulation, our rotation detector, we don't see any tornadic couplets. What this is indicative of is a straight line thunderstorm wind event moving west to east across our northern counties. And it doesn't look like anything as strong as what we had late last week with our derecho coming through the immediate Houston area. So again, the yellow boxes indicate severe thunderstorm warnings. You could have 3/4 inch hail. You could have winds above 58 miles an hour racing west to east across the area from Huntsville to Beat Eyes to Bryan to Madisonville to Centerville to Lovelady and Crockett here over the next hour or two. And as we look at our hail detector, this is a great way to look at the intensity of the thunderstorm. This is a 2-hour loop, and I want you to notice how this storm has evolved over the last 2 hours. As it was passing here between Killeen and Waco, look at the bright purple towers indicating some very strong radar returns, indicating hail, indicating very heavy rain. And you can see how that has just dropped off completely. So this storm has weakened considerably from what it was back in central Texas, and I'm moving into the northern portions of southeast Texas. It just doesn't have the energy to grab a hold of. I think I mentioned earlier, our atmosphere is capped. There's a lid on it, so it's keeping those storms from going up and grabbing all the energy that's through the vertical column right now. So storms are weakening, but they're still very strong. Again, severe thunderstorm warning in effect for our northern counties here until 8:30. I do have a storm track on it. That's the leading edge of the storms right there. Again, we're moving east at about 30 to 35 miles an hour. So in the path of the storm, Palestine 8:25, Crockett 8:45, Huntsville by 9:04, Lufkin by 10:03. And then moving further east to center by 11 o'clock. And models do continue to weaken this as it moves east. So we're kind of backpedaling and backing down a little bit on the big threat we had earlier as that storm was rolling out of central Texas. Here we are now. Here we are going into 9 o'clock. Future track continues to suggest the line is going to continue a slow weakening process. We're cautiously optimistic. We're not going to get any reports of any significant damage up here this evening. By 11 o'clock, most of it is gone. We could see a few scattered showers up north overnight, but that should be about it. So once again, here's the big picture. Severe thunderstorm warning from Bryan to Madisonville to just north of Huntsville and further north as well as the storms race east. It looks like this is going to miss Conroe and Navasota and Cleveland. But we'll keep an eye on this. There's a little bit of shower activity back behind it. I don't think that's going to develop into anything severe. It's in a worked over atmosphere, but we'll watch and see if any of that can get dragged through our northern counties here as we head a little deeper into the evening. That's where we stand. Our next live update on the TV side, KHOU 11 News at 10 o'clock. We'll see you then for our next live broadcast.